So it's time for me to change some strings on a guitar. Broke a string. Time for a new set. So we're going to put some SITs on my truck guitar, and I'll show you all how I do it. Might not be super exciting, but you know, you might learn something, you might not. And you might have some suggestions for me. So, you know, take a look and see what you think.
What's up, everybody? Matt here, Music Scene, Ohio. You are watching a weekly riff with Chris Adams. Check it out.
Before we get started, I just want to make sure that everybody knows that this is not a paid promotional video. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting product. I'm doing this because I like SIT strings and want to promote them and want to see them succeed. Being an Akron company, you know, they're close to home. So, enjoy the show. Hey everyone, Chris here, Truckin guitar player. We've got to take care of our guitars. In order to do that, you got to change strings sometimes. We got to clean them, polish them, make sure the neck is straight, and just treat them like the babies they are. I want to thank SIT for allowing me to use their name and their logo in this video. I'm going to be putting power wound 9.544s, which, you know, my favorite gauge of string. So we're going to show you how to restring, show you how to clean, how to polish, how to straighten the neck. This one needs a little bit of adjustment, but not much. Polish the frets. We're going to do quite a bit here. So let's dive into this. First thing you want to do is you can use an item like this. It's a string winder. Use it to unwind your strings. We'll fast forward through this bit to make this a little faster. Otherwise, we'll be here all day. Okay, well, the strings are loose. Flip this guitar over because it's a through body strings. In other words, that's where the strings go in and seat. Not every guitar has through body design like this. In fact, out of all of them, I think, no. Melody has through body as well. This one's giving me a fit. So we'll just cut it out. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. They tangled up together. Okay. For those of you that don't know, that is what keeps the string from falling out, the ball end. So every guitar string is made that way. It's not exclusive to one brand or another. It's how they work. Oh, those are the old strings. I just do that to make it easier to put it in the trash can, which is conveniently located right here. So anyway, okay, so that's what it looks like without strings. And yes, she needs cleaned. So would you, after bouncing around in the truck for God knows for how long. Oh, but anyway, so first, right. Now, the moment we've all come together for, putting on these great strings. Now, regardless of the manufacturer, you've got a little slot there to rip it open with. Oh, just like that. Now, what I like about SIT is 3 packs instead of 6 like some other manufacturers do. That's a lot of little envelopes all over the place. And they've got them numbered. This first pack is your high E string and your D string. So your first and fourth string. The second pack is your B string and your A string. And then your G and E. So, and they're easy to figure out which one's which, in all honesty, especially with the the first and fourth and second and fifth, because one of them is going to be wound and the other one is not. So, as you can see, I'll show you in this camera, that one is not wound and that one is. So that is your 1 and 4. So anyway, okay, so we're going to start with the first string. And again, because this is a through body, just feed it right on through. You might not be able to see it on that one, but you feed it on through and then pull it through, and then let it sit there for a minute. Take your number 4 and now that first one went into this one. This one is going to go into this one. Sorry, wrong one. This one. Through. Flip it back over. Yeah. No, wait a minute. I was right first time. Oh, even though I've been doing this for a long time, sometimes I even make mistakes too. We all can't be perfect. So anyway, okay. We got the first 2 strings in. I don't like doing any tightening or anything on the end of the neck until all the strings are in. You can, but it's not. It throws the balance of your neck off, I think. That's my opinion. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. That's just the way I do it. You know, there are a variety of different ways to string guitars. Now, a Floyd Rose, yeah, you want to do it a specific way each and every time. And otherwise you're gonna do damage to your bridge on a Floyd Rose guitar. I have one, and yeah, maybe I'll do a restring on that. Now see, this one kind of bent on me, so it's not feeding in just right, but that's all right. Straighten it out just a little bit. Oh, come on. There we go. That should do it. Or did it? Well, where's it in here? There it is. Got it. Okay. This one's number 2. Your A string. Come on. That's the difficulty about these through bodies, is they sometimes hit the saddle, the bridge saddle, and they don't want to cooperate. But they eventually get the idea and get through it. And then the final 2 sets. Come on, there we go. And then the last one. Yeah, all right. So, once you get all 6 in, it's going to look like that. So now, I do this a little differently than a lot of people do it. I actually take a ruler, just like you'd have in, back in school. And I like to keep about 4 inches, of string on the other side of the machine head. And I'll explain why here in a second. So what you do is each machine head has a hole in it. I don't know if you can, yeah, there it is. You can see the hole right there. The string goes through that hole. As soon as I untangle the strings from that maneuver. But anyway, each string goes through that hole. And the nut, as you can see here, is slotted. Each slot corresponds with each string. And just like that, when it's tight, then it will sit right in there and, in theory, not jump out. Sometimes it does, but not often. On your lesser quality guitars, they do jump out a lot. So anyway, okay, now I've got my 6 string through the machine head. That's what these are called. Like I said, I like to have about 4 inches. So I'll pull on the string, take my ruler, put it right up against the machine head, measure out the 4 inches, and then I bend it. Just like that. Pull it back to the bend, and grab one of my handy dandy string winders and start going. And now you see why I do that. I bend the string so that it catches on the machine head. Now, you sailors out there would probably call that a capstan. Which, it's generally the same idea. And this camera over here to my right is getting on my nerves. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that your string gets overwound, winds over itself. Whoops, not that much. Went too high. You want it to wind over itself so that it locks into place. Oh, and these string winders are a lifesaver. Trust me on that. As the string gets tighter and tighter, you can see that I'm on the overhead. You can see that I'm really grabbing onto it and doing doing some work. So there we go. Now take your tuner. That worth money. That's worth its weight in gold. Turn it on and tune it to E. Or whatever it is you want to tune it to. Now, we're not done tuning, but that gives me an idea. It gives the string time to relax, if you will, and settle in. It's going to need to be retuned. We're not done by a long shot on tuning. on this particular guitar, the overhead shows you I've got 2 string trees here. Not every guitar has that, but you need to put the string, if you have a guitar that has these are string trees, you need to have the string underneath it in order for it to seat properly and tune properly. It keeps it in place and gives it the proper tension that is required. And I just pulled it out for no apparent reason. But you know, it just keeps it right. That's the other nice thing about SAT strings is, with other brands, yeah, you got to really kind of worry about breaking a string when you're restringing a guitar. Not so much with SITs. They seem to be more durable. Okay, now that's taken care of. Now you'll see in the overhead camera how I go about stretching the strings so that they do well. You know, you got to stretch the strings. Doesn't matter what brand. You got to stretch them in order to seat them in the bridge, seat them on your machine head and in your nut. So what I do is I literally put 2 fingers under the string, you know, just like that, and then I just give it 10 tugs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and retune it. Now see that? That dropped it down to A. Yeah, that's what, 5 steps? Something like that. Okay, we're back to E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I dropped it to D. Whole step down. Okay, we're back to E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. D sharp. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About a quarter step down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And it stayed in tune that time. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's in tune. Okay. So now we're all in tune. Got all those string ends. So the overhead camera will show you what I do. There's a couple things I do, depending on what it is I'm feeling. Let me take care of something here real quick, because that's going to be an issue if I don't. Okay. There's two ways I go about doing it. One, I may do these, or just simply grab it, start going back and forth till it comes off. Now, that's what we'll do. Just twist back and forth, bend it back and forth until it pops off. And if it doesn't pop off, then we cut it off. But so far, everything is popping right off. Just like that. Well, my towel keeps moving here. Now, sometimes with these smaller ones, the smaller diameter string, it doesn't quite always work out that way sometimes, so you gotta snip them off. And done. So, grab my line 6 G10 relay, turn up the volume and the tone. Ooh, must have hit the machine heads when I was doing the string ends. Big time. Come on. There we go. If you like what you just saw, please click the like, subscribe button, share it with friends. That would help me out greatly. Another way to help me is to click on the link in the description for my Patreon. Appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day.